This tutorial is focused on trying to create a full screen button. So if we look at this example, there's a full screen button in the top, and that allows us to go back and forth between the regular window, whatever is set by default, in this example 640 by 480, and full screen mode. So it acts as a toggle switch back and forth. Now if you'll notice, we've set this game, Kiwi Kai, to be a platform game with a viewport. So the score box that we already set moves in relation to the viewport, and we need to ensure that that close button will always stay in the top corner in relation to the viewport. That's important. So if we just go back and end the game, look at how that's done. First of all, of course, we need a sprite that will serve as the button image for the object, and I've provided a sprite for you. It's just an image that's a full screen open source that is located on the internet. And then creating the object itself. So there's an object full screen, which will act as a button, using the full screen sprite. Now if we look at the key press event, so that's just the mouse, I'm sorry, not key press, mouse event. What do we want it to do? Well, we want it under the Draw tab. We need this full screen button. So that's a set full screen. And there are different parameters that we can set. So we can have it just switch, which is what we want it to do. Switch means toggle back and forth. Every time you click on it, it will go to the alternate state. The other things you could do is have a button that just sets it to the window or the regular size or the full screen mode. But if we have it act as a toggle, that means it just switches back and forth, and that's what we want. Now we need to add this step event, and it's very similar to the score box drawing, where we need the actual icon or object to stay in the top corner because we have a viewport. So every step we need that to jump to a position, or basically stay in a position, and that is the viewport, and on the X we want to look at the current view, X view, plus 295 pixels. Now the viewport is 320 pixels wide. That's what it was set for that room, and that sprite object is the object for that sprite is 24 pixels. So if you do a bit of maths, you can calculate that 295 is about the right position so that the object stays in the top corner. And just moving it down on the y-axis maybe 1 pixel so that it stays without bumping right up against the edge. So view, y view plus 1. And then if we put that in our anywhere, but I've put it in the top corner of my level 1 room, it will move obviously on each step event in relation to the actual viewport itself. So no matter if I'm in full screen mode or not full screen mode, it stays within the viewport. If I move to full screen mode by clicking, it's still staying within the viewport, and then back. Again, staying in the same place. So that jump to position will ensure that it stays in the right place within the viewport. We'll save that because we know it's working, and that's how to create a full screen button.